Save Girl Summer. It's funny because for those that are familiar with Meg Thee Stallion, she has Hot Girl Summer. And as a former retired hot girl, I was like, okay, I can't have a hot girl summer because I'm technically, I'm saved now. But we can still have fun. And we can still have a good time. And we can still we serve God and we serve love. We can't have a hot girl summer, but we can have a saved girl summer and still, be cute for Jesus.
Wow. So I was excited because I am a fellow DMV girl. I am actually from DC as well.
Yes, ma'am.
However, my DC stands for Dinwiddie County, Virginia. I
Okay.
refer I refer to it as the real DC, no shade, the people from Washington.
That's
Um,
giving Hampton
but
versus Howard. I cannot condone that. I'm so sorry.
right. So most people have no idea where Dinwiddie County is. So I'm working to change that. I'm trying to put on for my county. So
Okay.
that's what I'm doing right now. But more than anything, I love the fact, and I'm going to use one of your quotes from your website where you said that you are creating content with your following of driven faith-led millennials in mind.
Mhm.
So, as someone who is working to bridge the gap between what I call the kingdom and the culture, I am in awe of women like yourself who are actually doing the work to bridge that gap. So, whether it's your podcast or your journalism or your TV appearances, you are representing a safe growth in spaces that we are not used to being represented. So, that is awesome to me.
There with us in those moments, teaching us and guiding us how to come to Him. But how did you do it? What were your steps?
So, listen, between prayer and therapy, being home, being home during this pandemic, because there was a point where the job that I'm working on now, they had put us on furlough. So I was at home and really was nothing with time on my hands. And so I had to kind of make a decision, like, am I going to sit here and set, or am I going to get to this point, like you said, where I am content, even where God has me now?
No one knew that better about having their ashes on display than the woman at the well, aka the Samaritan city girl. Now, for those of you not familiar with the city girls, they are a rap duo from Miami. They consist of JC and Young Miami. But for my older generation who don't know the city girls, y'all remember Trina, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Trina walked so that the city girls could run.
That's right.
Correlation. But long before the city girls were getting flued out, we find our woman at the well. I guess she wasn't getting flued out. They had airplanes, but I guess she was getting camel out, whatever they had. So much so that when we meet her, she had been through 5 husbands and was shacking up with her latest boo.
So here was where Mordecai has to pretty much check after, because he's like, look, don't think because you're so cute and you sitting up in there in that little palace that you're going to escape this any more than any other Jew. Right. And even if you don't do it, God is going to rise up somebody else that will. Right. So after he finishes snatching after the royal edges, he posed a very important question. He asked her, who knew whether you have now come to the kingdom for such a time as this? And that's
Hey y'all, and happy Marvelous Manifest Monday. Here are a couple reminders of God's promises for you to remember as you go throughout your week. God has an awesome plan for your life. Rest assured, no matter what it looks like, He has a plan for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. I know you may face some tough challenges this week, but remember that you can do all things, even the hard things, through Christ that strengthens you. If your obedience says, the blessings of the Lord are literally overtaking you. That's why you got your own house, your own car, 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. The devil try to get on it, tell him sit down with your independent self. But seriously, sis, remember, everything is working together for your good this week, okay? The good, the bad, and the ugly, because you are called according to His plan and His purpose. All right? So have an awesome